Nebraska. NCN Sports is presented by Teammates. Join the team, be a mentor. Go to teammates.org today. Medica. With a Medica health plan, you're not just covered, you're cared for. Liberty First Credit Union. Banking with purpose. Find out more at libertyfirstcu.com.
Well, it's Capital City hosting the Metro Round 2 this week on News Channel Nebraska as Lincoln Southwest hosts Millard West in a girls and boys doubleheader. Brandon Axman, Andy Klassen with you for this matchup. Brought to you by Nebraska Public Power District, always there when you need them. Andy, we're being spoiled. We had Lincoln North Star, Bellevue West last night. That was 2 games that involved top 10 teams, and we're continuing that trend today with the girls contest. Lincoln Southwest, number 6. Millard West, number 4. Oh, and also the 2-time defending Class A state champs. We are looking forward to a good one.
On top of that, you're going to see a game with fantastic guard play and also a strong post presence. We're going to get into that in a minute.
We saw Lincoln Southwest less than a week ago at the Heartland Athletic Conference Tournament. Went toe-to-toe with Lincoln North Star, the number 1 team in Class A. They lost on a buzzer beater. Coach Tim Beretta said, it pains me for the girls. We executed the game plan. It just didn't quite play out how we wanted. But he also said on the bright side, everything's out in front of us. We control our destiny in terms of hosting a district.
Yeah, they had North Star on the ropes. It took a buzzer beater, last-second shot to beat them. It was that strong second-half performance and really just hanging in there, sticking with it, not allowing North Star to go on that run. They're going to be looking to do that at home right here tonight against Millard West.
Flip side for Millard West, they've had a good season as they're looking to three-peat, 13-4. Are coming off a game against Bellevue West where they dropped it, and that was a game where the Thunderbirds were just hitting everything. And, Coach Kruger said, no ifs, ands, or buts about it. We need to be better, and we're hoping to be better tonight.
Well, and we just saw Bellevue West, right? And what jumps out at you is how athletic they are, and they have so many good shooters. Look for them to get right, run these Skyhawks, Silverhawks off the three-point line here tonight.
Looking forward to a good one. Number 6, Millard West. Number 4, Lincoln Southwest. A girls and boys doubleheader coming your way on a Friday on NCN.
Pre-game show is brought to you by Custom Sports. Look great for every game with custom team or business apparel from Custom Sports. Check them out at CustomSportsCode.com.
When you have the inventory people want and a team that understands what you need, there's one place to go. Big Red Motorsports in O'Neill. Name brand ATVs, side-by-sides, and high-performance machines built for work, made for play. And the service doesn't stop at the sale. Big Red Motorsports delivers. Literally. Free delivery with your purchase. It's all here in O'Neill. Big Red Motorsports.
Welcome back, Brandon Axman, Andy Klassen, getting closer to tip-off here between Millard West and Lincoln Southwest. Let's talk key players. Andy, when you talk about the Silverhawks, they have one of the most talented guards in the state. When you look at Katie Irons, 15 points a game as a junior, also 5 rebounds, 2 assists, 2 steals. She can do just about everything.
She really can, and she's so active. She has got great handles, obviously, where she's really evolved her game. She's not just an elite scorer. She distributes the ball. She gets others involved. Look for her to really try and get the whole cast of characters involved here tonight.
As for Millard West, they had the Gessert twins last year who went to Creighton. They also had Pabin. And so Coach Kruger said, last year I had the 3 best players in the state. This year, it's not as good of a year. I only have the best player in the state. That's Pabin, who's averaging 20 points, leading all scorers. She's going to Minnesota next year.
Yeah, full ride commit to Minnesota. The Golden Gophers are going to get a good one there. Leading scorer in all classes, Class A, Class D2, Class D1, whatever you're talking about. 20 points per game. She's also liable, one of the special talents can do a double-double. 8 rebounds per game. Don't be surprised if she gets 10 here to go for that double-double here tonight.
Pabin is who the offense runs through. The Silverhawks will be trying to shut her down. We are less than 5 minutes to tip here at Lincoln Southwest. Don't go anywhere. The Silverhawks hosting the Wildcats in a top 10 matchup on NCN.
So we're talking commercial or residential plumbing, Lamel Plumbing is the place you call. Lamel provides 24-hour emergency service as well. Call them if you get in a tight spot. And as for their retail items, well, you got to check out some of their faucets, some of their kitchen items, and some of their bathroom items like their Onyx showers. And hey, say you got a digging job, you call Lamel Plumbing for that too. They've added a full-time crew for you, doing backhoe, trenching, and sewer work. Take that digging job off your list and have Lamel do it for you. That's Lamel Plumbing in Beatrice, now at their new location on North 7th Street in Beatrice.
At Nebraska Orthopedic Center, they provide comprehensive orthopedic health care. Their physicians are highly skilled in all areas of orthopedic and sports medicine, including spine surgery, foot and ankle, hand and upper extremities, fracture care, and total joint replacement. Their expertise includes the medical management of injuries through physical and rehabilitative methods or surgical intervention. To schedule an appointment or to learn more about Nebraska Orthopedic Center and their family of 25 physicians, go online to nebraskaortho.com. That's nebraskaortho.com. Nebraska Orthopedic Center is your healing destination.
From the heart of Nebraska to across the state, RMV Construction is building more than just structures. We're building trust. RMV Construction has grown from humble beginnings to become a trusted name across central Nebraska and beyond. With unmatched craftsmanship, cutting-edge innovation, and an unwavering commitment to customer satisfaction, we deliver projects on time, on budget, and above expectations. Trusted, local, proven. RMV Construction in Kearney and Lincoln. Let's build your vision together.
Hey, it's me, one of those students on the waiting list for a teammate's mentor. I've heard teammates is so fun and awesome. You get to talk, laugh, play games, and hang out with a positive, caring adult once a week at school. Teammates help students believe in themselves, and 97% of mentees are proud to be a part of it. I'd love to be one of those mentees, but we need more mentors. So if you got an hour a week to be someone a student like me can count on, go to teammates.org today. Join the team. Be a mentor.
Welcome back. We're less than 3 minutes to getting this top 10 matchup going between Lincoln Southwest and Millard West. Let's take a look at our school spotlight as we get ready for this one. Number 6, Wildcats. Coming out of the Metro, enrollment 1,758. We mentioned, Andy, the two-time defending Class A state champs. They have been on the map recently looking for a three-peat. Along with those 2 titles, they also have 3 runners-up in Class A.
And they're right there once again. You mentioned they lost a couple stellar players from a year ago, but they still got a full-loaded cast, especially that starting 5, so talented.
The Gessert twins currently playing at Creighton as we now look at Lincoln Southwest. And the Silverhawks, 1,533. They're not too bad representing the capital city as well. They have a lone state title not too far ago, 2017. More recently, they finished runners-up in 19 and 22 as well. They basically have been that Class A team out of the capital city that's been making deep runs as of late.
They really have, and they got a really nice tradition, you can say, kind of brewing here. And they're not just good in women's basketball, softball, gymnastics, track. They got something going on here at Southwest as far as the women's sports.
Those are your school spotlights here as we are 90 seconds out from getting this one going. We mentioned Southwest, number 4, 12-6. Currently on a 2-game skid, though, Andy. Not only did they drop that game in heartbreaking fashion to Lincoln North Star in the Hack on Saturday. Tough to sometimes rebound from that when you have an emotional all-out effort. They dropped one at Omaha Marion a few days later. That's a team that's sitting at 500. They fell 55-58. And th're hoping, obviously, to get back on the winning track here today. Yeah,
and that's a tough loss, and that's one of those deals where, a little bit of a hangover there. And you ran into a pretty tough team there in Bellevue West. We saw how talented they really are just a night ago. So good at moving the ball up and down the court. They kind of mimic the men's team over there at Bellevue West where they want to push the tempo, and, man, do they got some shooters. So that's just a tough draw, really coming off a tough loss.
Looking at Millard West, started the season with 7 straight wins before dropping their first to Omaha North by 20 in early January. Again, you talk to everyone in Omaha North and Lincoln North Star, sort of that top tier in the girls. After that, they won 3, dropped one to North Star by 13, or 14 rather, won a couple more, then they lost to out-of-state Bishop Heelan, and most recently what Coach Kruger would say was maybe the one bad loss to Bell West, even though, like you mentioned, they're still a very good team.
Yes, they are. Yes, they are. So they're battle-tested, and this is one of those matchups late in the season that both coaching staff they want to have, because this is going to be prepare them for that postseason run both of these squads are looking to go on.
We're getting ready for the national anthem. We'll pause, take a break, come back with starting lineups, and get ready for tip in this top 10 matchup here on News Channel Nebraska. So this yellow jacket, it basically symbolizes that it's showtime.
The yellow jackets are a throwback to Monday Night Football.
The 1970s, Keith Jackson, Howard Cosell.
That was the big broadcast in the country. Now we're the big broadcast in Nebraska.
When News Channel Nebraska is covering a game, we want you to know that we take it seriously. We want to dress sharp. We have pride in what we do.
And we're going to wear those yellow jackets to show people. And we're a little old school, but we're also the important broadcast of the night.
It's not just about the shoe. It's about your fit.
What sets Fleet Feet aside from everything else that we've experienced is my girls being runners. They have very different needs. And so that technology with the scanning and the personal touches is just unmatched. I met Lori almost 16 years ago, and when I saw Lori open this, I knew there was no other place that I wanted to go to have someone help me with my footwear and everything else involved with running. Fleet Feet doesn't just fit your shoes, they fit your life.
Fleet Feet Lincoln. Find your today.
NCN Sports is brought to you by Husker Rehab, treating the cause of the pain, not just the symptoms. By Schaefer's, we are more than just TVs and appliances. And by Claybaugh Pharmacy, your locally owned hometown pharmacy.
Welcome back to Lincoln Southwest High School, the 4th-ranked Silverhawks, hosting number 6 and 2-time defending state champs Millard West. Let's take a look at our starting lineups. Brought to you by Medica. With a Medica health plan, you're not just covered, you're cared for. London Whitney getting the start alongside Kylie Millard, McKenna Rooney. Whitney and Rooney each averaging 8, Millard 5 points a game. Jalen Moody averaging 3. And as we mentioned, there is Kylie Pabin, the future Minnesota Golden Gopher leading scorer in the state, averaging 20 points, 8 rebounds a game.
Yeah, just a dynamic score, and I mentioned the rebounds a moment ago in our pregame, our opening there. That's what really impresses me, her defensive efforts and working the glass, getting those rebounds.
Now for the home team, Silverhawks. We talked about Katie Irons, 15 points, 5 rebounds, 2 assists, 2 steals a game. You have Brenly Norlinger, a senior who's been here for a while. Alexa Gutenek, who's averaging 11 and 4. Then you have Eleanor Griffin, who puts up 12 and 4 a contest. And rounding out the starting 5 is the junior Emerson Wells, who averages 6 and 4 a game.
And Wells is one of those, she's also one of those dynamic players where you look at her and you think, okay, there's a really good post, an athletic post. She probably has a couple really nice drop step moves, you know. But no, she's a phenomenal shooter from beyond the arc as well. And we saw that during the hack tournament as well. The range that some of these players have now, they're not just post players, Brandon. It's amazing.
That'll be an interesting matchup to watch as well. Wells imagining we'll have to face off with Pabin at least some point throughout this match. And we are...
Well, if I'm Coach Barrett, I'm saying you're matching up with her right now. I'll put my best defender on their best player as soon as I can.
And without further ado, it's time for basketball to be Griffin doing the jump against Pabin to get things started. And the Silverhawks get the tip. We already mentioned Wells out on the perimeter. Now to fake the irons, worked inside to Wells, who finds a nice backdoor cut. Griffin unable to capitalize.
Pabin altered that shot from Griffin just enough, left it a little short off the window. Look at Southwest extending their defense out. Someone's got to help.
Yeah, Rooney was in trouble. Now ball in the hands of Pabin. Tough man defense by the Silverhawks. Pabin off the roll, steps out for the 3 off the front of the iron. And Southwest gets it. That'll be a foul on Lucero Minor.
There's a familiar face, Kirby Wells. We had him last night for the broadcast with Bellevue West and Lincoln North Star. He's going to be accompanied by Tim Higgins and Brent McNerlin. That'll be our 3-man crew here tonight.
Half-court press being shown by the Wildcats. Wells goes
Well
baseline,
done.
splits the D. Just didn't go for her. Pabin with the board.
I like that aggressive nature, though. Break the press, attack, force the issue at the rim. Look at Irons denying that entry pass.
And running the court, there's our first basket. It's Gutenek with the 2.
And as soon as she saw that little scuffle underneath the rim there, the entry pass get deflected. Here we go again. Gutenek did a fantastic job releasing, kind of being a cherry picker there. I'll tell you what, Gutenek, that's twice now where she's been able to kind of jump the ball guard around half court, and it's causing problems.
Gutenek, a player that, as we saw on display, tenacious on defense. Coach Beretta loves the effort she brings night in, night out as Pabin, his 3-pointer pops out. And this will be Southwest basketball.
Little collision there between Wells and Whitney. You see, I love seeing teams battle for that loose ball, and not give up on a play.
I'm going to say we've had not even 2 minutes in, and there's been 3 or 4 plays where we've had bodies on the floor scrambling for the basketball.
So this is a 1-2-2 zone. Look, they're going for that trap right there. Irons very smartly passes out of it.
Irons from way downtown. And we do know she can hit from there. We saw that at Lincoln High in the HAC championship.
Yes, she can.
And nice take, first basket of the evening for the Wildcats. That was McKenna Rooney. Another scramble. Pabin gets it up to Rooney.
Look out, 2-on-1, here we go.
Rooney a little heavy. Offensive board. A tie up, and it'll be Southwest basketball. This first quarter, it's brought to you by John Henry's as we get another look at this replay brought to you by Beatrice Community Hospital. Just showing you the effort we've seen.
Yep.
thus far.
Norlinger did a fantastic job tying that ball up because otherwise she wasn't going to be able to hang in there and defend a shot, an attempt, and actually got the possession back with the jump for her team.
John Henry's our family serving yours. First quarter sponsor with 5 and change to go here in the opening 8 minutes.
Good ball movement here for the Silverhawks.
Pabin on the defense, gets the block and takes it away.
Boy, that's tough, and Griffin's such a well-rounded offensive player.
More battling for the ball. Griffin comes away with it for the Silverhawks. She gets it up to LaRae Taylor. Taylor to the rack. Shot was altered, but it'll stay here. Whitney's foot was on the line when she grabbed the ball.
Well, it was Taylor that kind of gained that possession for the Silverhawks, sticking with it, kind of jarring that ball loose. But, man, how about you want to talk about rim protectors? My goodness. Millard West didn't have anything. They've already got, 3, maybe 4 blocks, partial blocks.
You have Wills calling for it, battling with Whitney on the block. There's the kick out. Taylor penetrates the floater. Doesn't go. There's another rebound for Pabin.
Okay.
And she has it taken away.
Irons has shown you a couple of times that strength that she plays with. Just rips that ball away. And you're always told that as a post. When you get that rebound, you want to clear out. You got to keep that ball high. Otherwise, those guards, those great aware guards that play with great awareness like Katie Irons, she's going to get after it. You're giving her an opportunity to get after that ball.
And Irons is pickpocketed. And that's Rooney. And she finds an open Moody. He's short from three.
Oh, here we go.
Wells running the court and gets the easy lay-in.
Wells just under control. You see how she throttled down as she approached the rim.
It's the Silverhawks up by 2, just past rather the halfway point in the first quarter. Now Pabin inside. He can't get it to go.
Uh-oh.
Up to Taylor. And she stepped on the baseline. Good defense by the Wildcats.
You know, we've seen that a couple times now from Southwest. They just get a little too far underneath the rim, and you know you're more accustomed to seeing that on a visitor's gym, or like we saw at the Hack tournament. We saw a couple where they weren't aware of the sideline. I get that, but kind of surprised Southwest stepping on the baseline in their home court. Good defense.
Offensive rebound. There by Moody, kicks it back out. Another opportunity.
Yep.
And Grace Lucero Minor makes him pay.
Yep, that extra shot opportunity spelled trouble for Southwest.
Now Wells penetrates and earns herself a trip to the line.
Fantastic footwork. Wells working on Whitney. Had that pivot foot, threatened the center of the lane. Able to keep that pivot foot live. Go back to her right. This matchup has kind of been everything we expected, right? 4-5. Both teams selling out. So many bodies diving all over the floor for those loose ball. Isn't that kind of amazing? Those top 5, top 10 teams, they tend to really get after it and never give up on a play. They all kind of have these common threads between them.
Like there's a correlation between being good and what you do.
Yeah, it's not so much a causation, it's a correlation.
Well, 5-5 after Wells knocked down her second, and now she's running the court again. This time, Millard West does a better job not letting her have that path to the basket.
How about the defense from Griffin, though, a moment ago? It appeared she got beat off the dribble, but stayed with it and got that reverse block from the backside. Didn't bring her arm down, so didn't get the whistle. Clean block.
Griffin with it now back up top to Brindley Norlinger. She swings it to Irons. Millard West packing it in. Great defense.
Yeah.
And intercepted. I believe that was Millard. And now Millard on the cut. And she's fouled.
Yeah, Millard, she's one of those just top-tier defenders. That's why she's at the point in that full-court press. You mentioned that defense was all about denying that entry pass, and it was even a bounce pass trying to work around her, but with that quickness, she's able to get down and get it. Yep, good ball fake, just solid all around play on both ends of the court.
And Millard knocks down the second. Coach Kruger said she's a streaky shooter, but when she gets going, look out. And also probably the best overall athlete on the team. We saw that on the defense and then running the court and earning herself a trip to the line.
Yeah, just kind of how she runs the court and carries herself. She does look like one of those tracksters out there on the basketball court.
Shot was altered. Babin gets it up to Moody, who is blocked. And that was Gutenek who got a piece of it.
Gutenek's made a couple plays now on the defensive end and showing you her versatility defensively. Gets beat off the dribble, comes back, clean block.
Babin the quick trigger, short. Collision on the scramble for the ball. It'll be Southwest's.
Just once again, all-out effort.
Now perhaps some full court pressure or three-quarters court. Looking for that trap.
Look at Irons. Well aware of what they're trying to do. Gets the ball back middle. Fantastic press break.
That's going to be on Millard.
Yeah, and she knew it right away. Got her with the body. Gives head coach Berta an opportunity to bark out some orders to his Silverhawks.
6-5 your score on the Aurora Cooperative scoreboard. Go green with E15 and fill up at your nearest A stop today. We're at 1 minute to go here in the first quarter between number 6 Millard West and number 4 Lincoln Southwest as Guteneck is fouled.
Didn't have a real good angle on it. It kind of looked like that flail of a shot. It might fall through the cylinder, but off the mark, but knew that she had to get it up in order to get the foul and be a shooting foul at that. So maybe a hurried up look, but knew that she was going to get to the foul line. Here's another look at it. Boy, you know, in football terms, you're always told as a receiver, help your quarterback out, go to the ball. That's what Guteneck did there. That pass wasn't on line. It had to work around a couple defenders. Rather than giving a half effort and letting it go out of bounds, she went down, got it, and actually got a shot out of it. Couldn't connect on the free throws, though.
6-6. A 12-second difference between shot and game clock. That three is long. Offensive board, though, by the Wildcats, and Guteneck called for the cheap foul.
And it does. It just feels like the Wildcats are getting a lot of good looks, typical looks from the three-point line, and they're all just in and out, you know, hitting the back of the rim. Once those start falling, look out. This is kind of a point in the game. It feels like Southwest, they'd probably like to have a little bit of a lead right now.
And there's Pabin from the corner. Her first basket of the day. Puts her team up by 3.
She's been doing that for a while now.
Silverhawks setting something up here for a final shot. 5 seconds. And there's an answer right back by Eleanor Griffin.
Oh, what an adjustment. Stop, pop, lock, count it for 3.
We're tied 9-9 after the first quarter of play. Number 6, Millard West. Number 4, Southwest. Class A high school hoops between the Metro and Capital City on NCN.
Darling, I believe everything's gonna be alright. No need to worry because you got somebody on your side. We all need a fam, we all need a crew. When you're in a jam, don't know what to do. Just reach out your hand and we'll see you through. Doesn't matter where you're at, we got your back. We got your back.
With a Medica health plan, you're not just covered, you're cared for.
We got your back.
At first, I was really nervous and intimidated to buy a ring.
My experience at Starter Heyman was very easy. I felt like I walked out with the ring that was going to make her go wow and say yes.
I love my ring. It is so beautiful. I get compliments on it all the time. I always tell them Starter Heyman. I love it. Yeah, we would definitely recommend Starter Heyman.
We're definitely coming back in the future.
We have a wedding band to buy. So.
We do, yes, the wedding bands. We'll be back for that.
Starter Heyman Jewelers, downtown 12th and O, South Point Pavilions, and Grand Island.
Welcome back. Brandon Axelman, Andy Klassen with you. 1 quarter in the books. We're all tied up. It was a little slow offensively because of the tenacious defense we saw by both teams. And then at the end, we trade 3-pointers. Pabin hits the first, and then Griffin right before the buzzer.
And we're all knotted up. Yeah, but you hit the nail on the head there, Brandon. Really good defense. Been impressed with Southwest, how they're expanding their defense out. And just as we say that, Wildcats work one in. Strong move there from Whitney off the left side.
Whitney, a 6-foot post for the Wildcats as we have the whistle down on the other end.
See, once again, I mean, this isn't going to be in the stat sheet or anything like that or show up anywhere. But Katie Irons not allowing that ball to get trapped in the corner there and quickly working it back to the center of the court to break that press. That allowed for Southwest to continue and attack the rim while they outnumbered the Wildcats. Just perfect execution defeating that full court pressure.
It is the second personal on Whitney. Quick three by the Wildcats. It's buried.
Yeah, and that was just a miscommunication there between Gutneck and Norlinger. They had two defenders on the same player in the same space, left the shooter wide open.
That was Rooney who hit it, so she has 5 points.
And doesn't it just feel like it doesn't matter who you leave open? they can all knock it down.
The Irons colliding with Pabin, and ball pops out. Emerson Wells with the interception. Looked like a DB there.
Yes, she did. Also kind of took her time trying to figure out how to attack the defense. Knew she had the numbers, the 2-on-1.
You had the foul on Rooney. As this second quarter, it's brought to you by O Street Carpet. Go check out Steve Carper and the crew. Near 17th and O in Lincoln. At O Street Carpet, they'll take care of your flooring needs. Tough defense, and the Wildcats get another steal.
Yeah, when the ball gets sticky like that and kind of misdribbled, that's when the Wildcats pounce. Brandon, look out.
They've been calling for it inside. Excellent job bringing it down and going right back up.
See, and that's what she's most known for and where she's so lethal. And she just hit a three a moment ago, so you're thinking, all right, I got to get out, I got to guard that line. And she slips in behind you. There's a reason why she's a full ride commit to a Big Ten school up north.
Interesting story, too. Talking to Coach Kruger, he said when she walked in the gym as a freshman, it wasn't like, oh, we have a D1 talent that we know is going to go somewhere in the Big Ten. It was a player who put in the time, developed her skills over 4 years, and became the player you see now.
Exactly. And Coach Kruger's being a little modest there, too. He's got quite a program, off-season programs, summer ball. I'd venture to say all 5 players out there wearing black jerseys had a very strong summer AAU circuit or something of that to that nature.
You got to look at Coach Kruger, 12th year with the program as the head coach.
Well, you said that right, the program.
We talked about everything they've done the past 2 years, 2-time defending Class A state champs, and the Gessert twins, a big part of that, but he said that elevated the program to a new level where Millard West was a name that was known on the circuit, not only locally but nationally, when you're doing those out-of-state competitions and tournaments. And everyone knew, it's Millard West, that they can bring it, which they did the past 2 years, winning state.
So that's where Millard South football, they took a page out of Millard West women's basketball, a page out of their book.
I'm a Lincoln guy. I'm not going to even try to get into that Millard stuff, but very well could be some truth to that. Who knows?
It does speak to the competitive nature of Millard and the 3 very fine schools out there.
Back to game action. Excellent pass. Layup just doesn't go for Peyton Yoder. Pabin will try it again from downtown.
Just short. They're going to get a loose ball foul on the rebound, though. Looks like they're going to get Moody.
Gutneck checks back in for Lincoln Southwest. Just under 5 to play in the opening half. 16-10. Number 6 Millard West on top of number 4 Southwest. There goes Gutneck. She meets Pabin, and again, that's not the 3rd or 4th time the Silverhawk has tried to find room in the paint and ran into a brick wall.
It's just amazing watching her live, how Pabin just puts together that double-double performance, but it just comes to her.
And nice work by Gutneck. She had to stop, gather herself, and it ends up getting the lay-in in transition.
She is putting together a fine first half, defensively, now offensively.
this will stay with Millard West, as we'd like to remind you, stay tuned for our halftime show, brought to you by RMV Construction. Trusted, local, proven. Good take to the glass. We have a foul on the rebound. Looks like it's against Pavin.
Pavin just getting a little too physical there. Getting after that. Going for the rebound.
Another look courtesy of Meade Lumber. And then Wildcats force the turnover.
Yeah, Taylor had the right idea, just too much traffic.
Jump ball will give it to the Silverhawks.
See, that's just a tough spot for Griffin. She goes up, times it just perfectly. But as soon as she comes down, she runs into a triple team.
And Wells is checked back in for Southwest as the Silverhawks get across the timeline. And that is Irons. That may have been the furthest we've seen her attempt.
Yeah.
There were some far ones at Lincoln High in the hack, but that perhaps the farthest, and almost hit to that point.
Just a little short on the front iron. Looked like it was on line.
So we have a second personal on Gutnick.
That really speaks to the green light that Irons has, you know, and her range. I'm just thinking back to my days, even our quote-unquote three-point shooter, if he would have took that shot, he would have checked
moment
out.
on the bench.
Yeah. I was thinking about that earlier, how the Wildcats, you know, any one of those five out there right now is liable to shoot the three ball, where we kind of had, you know, a shooting guard and maybe another guy that could back out and take it. The game's just evolved so much.
Mm-hmm. And good deny by Wells. Up to Taylor in transition. And there's Yoder to clean things up.
Fantastic follow by Yoder. And how about the defense that started that whole thing? They understood, did Southwest, where they're trying to go with the ball, so you had a double team up top there on the 15-foot line, denying Pabin the ball.
Back to the top of the key to Lachero. Good box out by the Silverhawks, but unfortunately it goes out of play off them to stay with the Wildcats. We'd like to remind you to stay tuned for the halftime highlights during our halftime show. They're brought to you by Sartor Heyman Jewelers, where they have stunning engagement collections, exceptional diamonds, and dazzling gemstones. Check them out at both of their Lincoln locations or in Grand Island.
So you had Wells on Pabin the whole time, sticking on her like glue, the matchup we were thinking we might see. But you also had Yoder shading over to help Wells with the double team.
And there's a three that falls short. We're under 2 to go.
So you can see what head coach Barrett is trying to do here with Southwest, with this squad. Make somebody other than Pabin beat you. Take away that first option.
Yoder goes baseline and gets a rare victory over Pabin. The battle within the game.
Hey, she's had a couple big plays now. Last 4 points of the game, courtesy of Yoder.
More times than not, situations like that have ended in a Pabin block or a steal, or knocking down a player. Good defense by Wells. Pabin, though, draws the foul.
Yeah, Yoder just late to get over and help. But yeah, and you were talking about that defense, and it was a strong defense. You saw Coach Barrett clapping there, but Pabin just reverses, has the handles, 6'1", you know. Able to do that crossover dribble and get around a defender.
With that free throw, Pabin at 8 points. So almost right on target for 20 points per game.
And where she's getting these points. You know, off the dribble drive, posting up. We saw her hit a three earlier. Just what do they say? The whole basket and a bag of chips, or she's the whole bag.
We've seen her do just about everything here in the first. Currently her team up by 2. There is Wells, and she draws a foul on Pabin, which is her second personal.
Just a fantastic job, Norlinger, attacking the center of the court, waiting for the defense to commit to her, and then the bounce pass through the defender.
Well, we talked about, obviously, the athlete that Pabin is going to Minnesota, but Wells the one going against her. Not bad either. She comes from an athletic family, the 4th daughter, so there's 3 sisters above her, all who played either collegiate soccer or basketball, and she's committed also to play soccer at Washburn in a couple years. So,
jeez, so she's not going to get tired out there.
You wouldn't think, as there is a good basket by Rooney, but she's certainly going to have to use all of her energy, and has been going up against Pabin here in the first half. 4-point lead currently for number 6 Millard West. This time, Pabin nearly steals it away.
Good awareness from Wells, not coming up off of her knees. She would have got called for a travel.
Nice jumper for Irons. Actually, her first points of the night.
You just don't expect her to sneak in there and take that shot that close to the rim. What a score.
So, 32nd timeout is taken by Millard West. We'll stay here, and 21.2 ticks to go. We haven't done this in a few broadcasts, Andy. Let's encourage people to follow us on X. So at halftime, there's the possibility that we give you shout-outs.
Okay.
We like doing it.
I also like when they attach a picture to the man cave or the TV, wherever they're watching it.
So there you go, our producer, director on top of it at NCN Sports. If you want to get a shout-out live on the air, give us a follow. We promise you won't regret it. All of our game highlights, interviews, updates, broadcast schedule are filtered to that Twitter handle.
Looks like a crew that's all business up there. Those black warm-ups.
Of course, the boys' game to follow. Southwest, the number 1 team in Class A for the time being.
Kind of look like members of the Death Star or something from Millard West.
Millard West just a little bit below 500 on the boys' side. As we're under 10 to go here. Rebound by Griffin, and she is fouled.
She's going to get 2 shots here. And head coach Berta's he's got to bring this up, but you got to be kind of delicate with it because everybody knows it. But they should have a lead here, but unfortunately they've gone cold from the foul line. So you don't want to say, hey, harp on it and yell and make it a bigger thing than it is, but let's bring some attention to it. You know, we would have a lead or a better lead or bigger lead if we would just knock down some free throws.
Well, Griffin doesn't want to hear the halftime talk. She hits both of hers to tie things up.
She's got the quick comeback, huh?
Yep. And we head to halftime the same way we started the game, all time. 20-20 your score here in Lincoln. An even affair between these two Class A opponents. Metro taking on the capital city. Number 4 versus number 6. It's 2020. We'll be back with our RMV Construction halftime show shortly here on NCN.
At first, I was really nervous and intimidated to buy a ring.
My experience at Starter Heyman was very easy. I felt like I walked out with the ring that was going to make her go wow and say yes.
I love my ring. It is so beautiful. I get compliments on it all the time. I always tell them Starter Heyman. I love it. Yeah, we would definitely recommend Starter Heyman.
We're definitely coming back. Sure.
We have a wedding band to buy. So.
We do, yes. We have wedding bands. We'll be back for that.
Starter Heyman Jewelers, downtown 12th and O, South Point Pavilions, and Grand Island.
Kearney, Nebraska is the getaway you never knew you needed. With comfortable, premium lodging, eclectic shopping, and a variety of locally owned craft food and drink options, Kearney has something for everyone. By day, you'll find rich history, outdoor adventure, and some of America's most unique attractions. And by night, our many entertainment options, dazzling performances, and unique hangouts offer the perfect way to unwind. Visit Kearney. It's so much more than just in the middle.
Beatrice Community Hospital is proud to serve Beatrice and the surrounding area for over 100 years. We provide quality care with small-town hospitality. Our services include family medicine, OBGYNs, robotic surgery, diagnostic imaging, and more. We're excited to grow our services, including a new medical clinic building in the community of Wymore. We're proud to be a top 20 rural hospital. And thank you for trusting us to care for you and your family. Beatrice Community Hospital. Incredible care. Incredibly close.
NCN Sports is brought to you by Bank of the Valley. Together we go further. Visit one of their locations or check them out online at bankofthevalley.com. And by Western Oil. Make your first and last stop to and from the game at your nearest Speedy Mart or good-to-go convenience stores today.
I spend with purpose because I bank with purpose at Liberty First Credit Union. With my Liberty Plus checking account, I can earn extra cash just for spending on everyday things, like groceries, online or in-store purchases, and lunch. At Liberty First, anyone can join, so start earning money to spend on the things you love. Start banking with purpose. Start banking with Liberty First Credit Union.
Welcome back. Brandon Axman, Andy Klassen, 2020, your score at the RMV Construction halftime show. Andy, your takeaways, what do you think? What did we see in the first half that has you intrigued?
Well, maybe the better question is, what didn't we see? It was everything we kind of expected. We knew we had two heavyweights going at it, and you saw punch, counter punch, and we're all knotted up at halftime, as you mentioned, going into break, 20-all. Been impressed with Pabin, you know, how she's been able to mix up her scoring from the three-point line, working down off of the block. We've seen her utilize that drive, use her handles, great ball control. But give a lot of credit to Southwest for changing up their defense and great communication. For the most part, they'll slide an extra defender her way to make things very difficult. And once again, take away Coach Kruger's first option offensively.
Well, let's just take a look at our halftime highlights. See how we got to this 20-20 score at halftime. Oh, and you actually can see in the bottom left corner, that's a familiar face. Before we go to the highlights, Andy, who do we got there?
Is that Coach Williams?
I think you might be right.
Yeah.
Husker fans enjoying some basketball.
She just can't get enough basketball.
You know?
Well, and she's being treated to one heck of a game here.
Well, and her daughter was a Silverhawk of her own.
Of course.
A couple years ago, playing basketball and softball now for the Huskers. But with that, now let's go to the halftime highlights, brought to you by Sartor Heyman Jewelers, where they have stunning engagement collections, exceptional diamonds, and dazzling gemstones at their Lincoln and Grand Island locations. All right, it was a defensive slugfest early on. Baskets hard to come by. Here's one, though, in transition. Nice basket by Alexis Gutnick.
Yeah, and that denial right away. Irons slipping down into the lane, not allowing that entry pass.
Speaking of defense, there's Pabin. More times than not, if you worked it inside, Pabin came out on top. We have a three knocked down here by Grace Lechero in the first.
Put in some big minutes in that first half.
More ball movement. Pabin getting to the corner and showing her range. She can do it in all three facets of the game. Hits the triple there, and more ball movement. There is Pabin knocking down that corner three.
Boy, and those passes are right where they need to be in that triple threat position.
Gutnick again, though, running the court, getting the basket. She has 5 points in that first half. It was 9-9 after one. Then you had Peyton Yoder come in and get the basket going against Pabin on that occasion.
Yeah, she had back-to-back buckets. That was the second one.
Now, towards the end of the half, Katie Irons, her first basket of the day. Just 2 points for Irons, but again, she's doing more than just scoring, and currently her team's tied 20-20.
Yeah, doing a fantastic job as a defender, as she always does. And then, if you didn't notice, after that deep three, she did take a seat for a quick minute, came back out. Her next shot was right on the mark. You saw it there in the highlight package.
Let's take a look at our rankings. We put these out as a sports department every Monday. We tweet them out, we share them, and of course we put them in our broadcast. And here's what we came out with last Monday. Lincoln North Star, 19-1. Hack champions when Southwest went toe-to-toe with them.
Yeah.
And again, Omaha North, it's those two right now, and everybody else, according to the coaches and Class A fans, which does not mean that one of them can't lose. It's just they're the two favorites. West Side, Southwest, Kearney. We've seen both Southwest and Kearney, obviously. Millard West now battling, and you see the 7 through 10 as well. Lincoln and Omaha well represented.
And kind of interesting, we have the climbers versus the decliners here. Millard West dropping 4 spots from a week ago. Southwest rising 7 spots due to that Hack Tournament championship. So a couple programs going in different directions, but they are just that. They're elite programs, a lot of tradition and a lot of pride on the line here tonight.
Again, stay tuned to NCN. Follow us at NCN Sports on X if you want to have access to those rankings and everything else. And look at that. We told people to follow us on X, and we have a picture of our camera guy, Mason, and you. And Mason Heydrichs is following us. If you want to see a picture of Mason and Andy, go to at NCN Sports. Mason's following us. Avi Webb is following us now at NCN Sports. Lincoln North Star Athletics. They decided to follow us.
All right.
Love King's following us. That seems like a nice guy. And then we also have Terry Rozier giving us a follow. And
thank you,
and
Terry.
Cotton and Mackay Wu Jackson. We covered him yesterday. He's following us. So there you go.
Very good.
At NCN Sports. Now let's take a look at our upcoming broadcast, which we also put out on X. So we have the East Husker Finals. That is our next broadcast after tonight. We will be live in Stanton for that one. We don't know who's going to be on the girls' side, or the boys' side rather, but the girls' championships, Pender versus Oakland Craig. So we know that at 5:50 it's Pender Oakland Craig. Boys to be determined. The semis are playing tonight, but tune in for that. We'll have that tomorrow, the girls and boys championships. Then on Tuesday, Blue Hill Pleasanton. We go from Pleasanton to Omaha 2 days later for professional volleyball with the Omaha Supernovas live at 6:40. Then more basketball to round out next week. Friday and Saturday, we're in Northeast Nebraska, Norfolk Catholic Ponca, and Elkhorn Valley Pierce.
And the Supernovas coming off a road trip, coming off of another win, looking to continue their winning ways at home. So excited we get to cover that.
So we'll take a quick break, come back, and get ready for high school hoops. Number 6 versus number 4. We're all tied as we head to the third quarter.
Our halftime show is proudly presented by RMV Construction. Trusted, local, proven. RMV Construction.
Beatrice Community Hospital is proud to serve Beatrice and the surrounding area for over 100 years. We provide quality care with small-town hospitality. Our services include family medicine, OBGYNs, robotic surgery, diagnostic imaging, and more. We're excited to grow our services, including a new medical clinic building in the community of Wymore. We're proud to be a top 20 rural hospital. And thank you for trusting us to care for you and your family. Beatrice Community Hospital. Incredible care, incredibly close.
NCN Sports.
Well, welcome back to our RMV Construction halftime show as we are getting ready for the third quarter. This halftime brought to you by RMV Construction. And if you have a construction project that needs built, RMV Construction is the company you need to call. We are featuring the NDOT facility out in Kearney, Nebraska. This is one of 3 different projects that the Nebraska Department of Transportation has done with RMV Construction. They did one here in Kearney, out in McCook, also in Burwell. And so
wow,
if the NDOT trusts RMV Construction, you probably can too. Trusted, local, proven. RMV Construction can do any project, big or small. They're located in Lincoln and in Kearney. And if you need something that needs built, consider RMV Construction. Offices in Kearney and in Lincoln. Trusted, local, proven.
There's a good look at Rooney as she brings the ball. And she's looking to build a lead right now, Brandon, is what the Wildcats are looking for. And that's a good start. Haben active, moving to the rim. Beautiful lead-in pass.
That puts Paben at 11 points with that basket to start things off here in the third. And just a mishap for the Silverhawks. Unforced turnover.
Pass was a little low, but Irons took her eyes off the ball before she gathered it, went through her legs, found the sideline.
Sort of one-handed shot thrown up there by Whitney. Grabbed by Gutnick. Tough defense by Rooney. Now Gutnick looks like the Wildcats in a zone. 3-2, perhaps.
Yeah, and they got sneaky good length to get those arms up and out. Southwest trying to figure it out, working the ball around, back and forth.
It's funny you say that because, going back to the joke that Coach Kruger made with me where last year I had the 3 best players in the state. This year I only have 1. Last year they had unbelievable length because both the Gesser twins, both 6 foot. You had Pabin at 6'1". And so he's like, well, we're not as long this year. I wish we could be a little bit longer.
Yeah.
Pretty much everyone else in Class A is like, we'll take the length that you still have.
Right.
And as Irons throws this one up, good offensive board by Norlinger, and there's a foul.
Yeah, you still have, 6'1", 5'11", 5'10", 5'10".
6 foot with Whitney. Yeah, you're still doing all right.
Right. Yeah, it was just nice when we had the 6'3", 2 D1 recruits there.
Yeah, I hear you. There's a rebound by Whitney, one of those new players providing the length at 6 foot. Pavin unable to hit there.
They're going to get Irons on the rebound here. Whitney, nice job following that shot in transition. It's going to be on Griffin.
First personal for Griffin. And
that's back-to-back.
Yeah, gets a quick second.
But it is only going to be her second total foul, so a clean first half can allow her to have a couple back-to-back mishaps. Millard came to the sideline here. She's getting some instructions from one of the assistant coaches.
$13 points and counting for Pabin. Northwest up by 4.
And she's the difference and has done all the scoring here in the second half. All 4 points can be attributed to number 42.
Now work to Gutnick in the corner.
Like the skip pass. I think if Southwest just got a little quicker with that pass. There we go.
Good look, just doesn't go for Griffin. It'll be Wildcat basketball.
That's kind of fun. I feel like Millard West has moved into that 3-2 zone to try and guard the perimeter, but with really quick, snappy passing, Southwest can get around that and find some shooters in space.
Open 3, and it's hit by Grace Lachero.
Yeah, and Millard set a really nice screen to free her up for that wide open look.
Biggest lead of the evening. It's now 7 for Millard West.
That by Irons going up and getting that. It was a little high.
Wills trying to work inside the zone. This time Gutnick tries to take it herself, and Pabin gets a piece of it.
And I think Berto wanted a whistle on that drive.
Pabin from deep. Rebound by Norlinger. She's going to push tempo. Irons, transition 3, nothing but net. That was much needed for the Silverhawks.
You just felt that was in rhythm, on time. Norlinger, great job finding that trail 3.
Wells with the board. Irons looking baseline behind the back. Jumper doesn't go. It'll stay here.
That felt like it was in rhythm too. But you said it, that was a much needed score. It being a three ball by one of their premier scorers in Katie Irons. That's just a cherry on top. But they had to stop the bleeding as Millard West opened the second half on a 7-0 run.
You have Taylor and Yoder checking back in for Southwest. Jalen Moody just came in for Millard West. There is Yoder. And
everybody ran out of room down there. I think the official got the call right, as Yoder did end up kind of dribbling out of bounds before the kind of the back and forth.
Just under 4 to go here in the third. It's 27-23. Millard West got up to a 7-point lead. This will put them back up by 7. The triple from Rooney. And Taylor tried to pass baseline, deflected by Whitney. Up to Lachero. Open 3. Offensive board for Whitney, kicked back out. The other 3 doesn't go. This time Yoder rips it down.
That was a big rebound from Yoder, because the Silverhawks were just trailing that entire way. Millard West was able to kind of dictate pace, get the looks they were going for. You also had 2 defenders guarding baseline, so there was nowhere to go dribble or pass through that. We're going to have a timeout.
Well, this third quarter, it's brought to you by Husker Rehab, treating the cause of pain, not just the symptoms. Timeout here on the floor. We'll be back shortly here on NCN.
You buy Bank of the Valley. Together we go further. Visit one of their locations or check them out online at bankofthevalley.com. And by Western Oil. Make your first and last stop to and from the game at your nearest Speedy Mart or good-to-go convenience stores today.
I spend with purpose because I bank with purpose at Liberty First Credit Union. With my Liberty Plus checking account, I can earn extra cash just for spending on everyday things, like groceries, online or in-store purchases, and lunch. At Liberty First, anyone can join, so start earning money to spend on the things you love. Start banking with purpose. Start banking with Liberty First Credit Union.
Welcome back. 3:19 to go in the third quarter. That's brought to you by Husker Rehab, where they treat the cause of the pain, not just the symptoms. 7-point lead here for number 6 Millard West on the road. It's been hard fought throughout.
Yeah.
But a couple of threes here, as you mentioned. 10-3 run currently the Wildcats are on since halftime.
Yeah, and give head coach Kruger and his staff a lot of credit for coming out in a zone, kind of confusing Southwest to allow them. It was definitely part of going on that 7-0 run. Now they slide back into their more traditional man-to-man defense.
Wells kicks it back out to Taylor.
Always like watching that game of cat and mouse between the coaching staffs, because who knows, Berta might have been talking about how to attack that zone defense that whole time out.
And Irons unable to get the lay-in. Yeah, all right, here's what we're going to do against the zone. Oh, wait, now they're in man.
Right.
Taylor, though, excellent hands to steal. And good defense.
Yep, it's just back and forth defensive plays, isn't it?
I think that was Moody. He got a hand in on it. It forced it to go off Taylor's leg.
Yep. We're going to have a line change. Some fresh bodies coming to the court here for Millard West.
Kylie Millard, one of them entering. Also Sophia Miller, excuse me. And Jalen Moody, who throws it up. Rebound by Gutenek.
Not a bad look. Pavin with the handoff and the screen simultaneously.
Two minutes remaining in the third quarter. 23-30 is your score on the Aurora Cooperative scoreboard. Wells with it. Spins away from Pavin.
Travel.
Took a step too many.
See, and this is just how versatile Millard West can be. They worked right back into a 2-3 zone, and it felt like Southwest was still trying to play a man-to-man type of an offense.
Eleanor Griffin back in for Southwest. Also Brenly Norlinger. Babin drops it off. Strong rebound by Taylor. She likes to go.
Whoop.
Unfortunately, though, again, it goes off her foot. Go back to Millard West.
Yeah, the Wildcats are just quick enough to react. On that last occasion when Southwest did get it inside, they're losing on a numbers game. You had 3 black jerseys surrounding one white jersey, and that's a really difficult look for the Silverhawks to try and execute their offense when they're just outnumbered 2-1, 3-1 when they get the ball down on the block or in the painted area.
Nearing the minute mark. Just 3 points here in the third for the Silverhawks. Yoder back around to Gutenek. Now Norlinger to Griffin. Quick passes here by the Silverhawks. But one errant one gives it away, and here comes Millard West. Babin passing it off. Irons will be called for the foul.
Yeah, she had to come in and help. Otherwise, that would have allowed for a wide open lay-in. Babin commanding so much of the defensive attention. Had to come over and help. And give credit to Millard. Cutting at the right time. Flashing wide open towards the rim.
Wells re-enters for Southwest. The lead growing now, though rather 8 is the biggest lead we've seen tonight. Second one doesn't fall. And stolen away. Miller is blocked by Gutenek. Good defensive effort.
Gutenek continuing her strong performance.
And it was clean.
Miller doing a really good job on the backside of that zone defense, anticipating that pass, that skip pass that got him in the first half a couple of times.
Here, Coach Kruger saying hold for one shot here. 15 seconds to go.
Yeah, just smart basketball. You have the lead. You're on the road.
Babin is cutting. Denied by Griffin. Stolen back away.
Double dribble.
Yep, double dribble. And so we'll see how much time they put back on the clock.
You know, the Silverhawks did a heck of a job on Pavin there. You had 4 white jerseys trying to deny her that entry pass inside, and usually I would say, hey, you shouldn't take that shot, but if you're Pavin, I'm like, that's fine. 1 on 4, yeah,
Go for it.
You got it. You got the green light.
So there's half a second here. And good defense. Not allowing anything to chance by Sophia Miller, deflecting it. So that sends us to the fourth. Millard West, though, coming out of the locker room hot. Just 3 points for the Silverhawks. Millard West puts up 11. They have an 8-point lead. Number 6 versus number 4 here on NCN. Fourth quarter coming up.
Anything for the floor, O Street Carpet has it and more. From little feet to little paws, to updates and overhauls. From soft and cozy to durable and resilient. From something that blends in or something that's different. From DIY to custom install, O Street Carpet can help you with it all. Whatever your needs are for the floor, O Street Carpet has it and more.
They're back, and so So are the President's Day savings at Shavers. Celebrate with deals on top brand appliances, luxury mattresses, and cutting-edge Ultra HD TVs. From sea to shining sea, Shavers is the place to be. Mix and match and save the most on Samsung. Redo your kitchen, update your laundry room, and elevate your entertainment and save up to $1,700 with Samsung rebates. Head on into Shavers for President's Day savings going on now. 48th and Arlington.
Welcome back. So Millard West separating themselves in the third. Southwest in an 8-point hole.
Look out.
Could be 10 here. There's a lay-in by Lucero, excuse me, and that does make it a 10-point affair.
When Lucero enters a game, she is offensive-minded. She has that instant offense. So our knock down a 3 in the first half, kind of reignite that offensive attack. Strong box out there from Norlinger.
And we saw it in that first, as it's nearly stolen by Lucero. It was the zone that messed with Southwest's offense, and then later on in third quarter, man, but
yeah,
Silverhawks just really weren't able to get anything going offensively.
Well, the Wildcats are just that real tough blend of phenomenal athletes, great basketball players, but then a very capable coaching staff that placates to his athletes, as you see a big-time 3 there from Southwest.
That was Griffin, much needed for the Silverhawks. Gets it to 7. It'd certainly take a couple more of those. There's a block by Gutenek, you see there, courtesy of Beatrice Community Hospital. Incredible care, incredibly close. Pabin somehow gets that to fall.
Just the footwork, keeping her pivot foot live. The defense just kind of like looked off to the side there, thought they'd stop the threat. Nah, not quite.
Again, it looks like Millard West back in that zone.
Yep.
3 doesn't go for Griffin.
And Millard West just plainly saying, if you're going to beat us, it's going to have to come from the 3-point line.
It's great defense on the other end for the Silverhawks. Griffin unable to handle that pass.
Now you're seeing a little bit of a change in pace here from this Wildcat attack. As I say that, you see the blow by. They're kind of walking the ball up, and that's okay, right? If you're Millard West, you can bleed some time here.
Nice floater there for Norlinger.
Now you don't want to get too comfortable, though, do you?
Her first basket, but then a quick turnover as well gives the Silverhawks the ball back. Yoder and Taylor check in for Southwest.
Okay, so Silverhawks can get something going here offensively. Completely changes the complexion of this game from just a couple minutes ago.
In Irons just with 5 points. Working it around the perimeter to Taylor, now Yoder. Finds Wells. Wells gets around Pabin and is blocked, though, by Whitney.
See, and there's the strength of the zone defense. Wells, if that would have been man-to-man, she got by her defender, but Wells was waiting for another post there to swat it away. That was Whitney.
Another chance to inbound Gutenek to do it. Irons to the rack.
Yep. Right off the inbounds pass, puts the ball on the hardwood.
And Lucero is looking for a dagger. Millard gets it, the rebound, and there is a putback attempt that doesn't fall for Whitney.
Oh.
And it's Southwest ball, a chance for them to make this a one-possession game.
And Whitney buries her hands, her face in her hands. I can't believe it. Did a fantastic job with the patience, allowed for the defender to clear out. Just a little heavy off the glass. And we got ourselves a ball game.
Lincoln High School Sports on NCN is presented by Liberty First Credit Union. Banking with purpose. Find out more at libertyfirstcu.com. That was the last thing the Silverhawks were hoping for.
It's happened to Katie Irons a couple times now where you can see she's just processing. She's thinking of the next play, thinking ahead. Am I going to ball fake? Am I going to try and kick this back out? You got to secure that pass, though, first. Got to get the ball in your hands.
Tough defense here by Taylor. It's Carly Mohat who's in for the first time for Millard West. Skip across to Lachero. Pabin from deep. It rattles home.
Yep.
Huge triple for the future Minnesota product.
I was watching Pabin, and she got to her spot, and she was lining that up before she even collected the pass. She knew exactly where she was on the court.
Timeout taken. We'll take one as well. 4 minutes and change left in this one. 4 versus 6. 8 points separating the two. Millard West leading Southwest.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Speed Mart. When you have to fuel your journey and feed the crew, whether it's many or a few, Speedy Mart is fresh, ready, super clean, and convenient.
Here, customers can expect the highest quality fuel that they deserve.
And when you make a pit stop, it's gotta be fast. Easy in, easy out. Speedy Mart for the win.
Our communities are built through stories of connection, hard work, and bright futures. You're committed to this place, and so are we. By supporting your dreams and by celebrating your stories, Bank of the Valley has grown alongside you through 40 years of going further together. We're building lasting relationships and a legacy of success. We're in this together, and together we go further.
And welcome back. 4:05 to go here in this girls' contest. Top 10 matchup between number 6 Millard West and number 4 Lincoln Southwest. Big 3 by Pavin. Puts this back to an 8-point game before the timeout.
Good cut.
This doesn't fall. And Millard West out in transition. That one doesn't fall either. It was close. And Irons takes a little bit of a hit, loses it out of play.
Rooney with the quick hands. As you said, a little bit of a collision. Now we thought with these two, top-tier defensive teams that it's going to be a physical game.
Mm-hmm. It's certainly been that. Every basket you have to earn. And speaking of which, Irons earns herself 2 shots.
And credit the officials for, allowing a lot of the ticky-tack stuff to go, because that's both teams want to get physical and get into each other. Clear foul, though, at the end.
So you have Gutnick back in, Wells as well.
Yep, the time is now.
And stays at 7.
Now we're approaching 3 minutes, so you can count down those possessions and just how valuable each and every one of them are.
Southwest, they're trying to stop a 2-game skid. Don't want to make it a 3-game losing streak. That'll help. Gutnick gets the 2.
Great take, just attacking in transition. There's the trap. So close. And smart timeout here from Coach Kruger. He wants to talk things over, secure this 5-point lead.
That Gutnick basket puts her in double digits with 11. We'll take a break. 2:44 to go. 38-33. Millard West leads here on NCN.
Implement is your local authorized John Deere dealer. Landmark's trained and certified sales staff will help you find the right equipment for your needs. All backed by Landmark's extensive parts and service network. Whether it's a tractor, planter, combine, lawn and garden tractor, or gator, every piece of equipment in our inventory is ready to work hard for your operation. Landmark's team works together to make sure everything that is sold meets their quality standards. Stop by your local Landmark implement or learn more at landmarkimp.com to experience the Landmark difference.
From the heart of Nebraska.
Welcome back to Lincoln Southwest. Fans, young and old, enjoying the top 10 matchup here on the girls' side. Reminder the boys to follow. Lincoln Southwest, the number 1 team in Class A. They're also hosting Millard West, who's sitting right around 500. We'll see what these final 2:44 have in store.
Southwest coming in man-to-man defense. Oh, what a play, Norlinger. Jumping the pass, deflecting it, and it actually goes off Millard West player. So Southwest gets the takeaway they're looking for.
Gutnick guarded by Pabin. Tough defense.
Yeah, just fantastic defense.
That's the shot you want.
Yep.
Irons buries it. 2-point game.
Give Gutnick a lot of credit being patient with a top-tier defender on her, but kept her cool and it set that play up perfectly.
And there's a collision. It'll be a foul on Irons.
Yep. She was moving, kind of backpedaling there, no position to take that charge.
It's her second, but just the second team foul, so.
You knew the Silverhawks weren't going to go away or lay down, especially at home. Only down 3, just over 2 to go. Another look at it there. The Meade Lumber replay.
Jalen Moody who gets them both.
Oh, shooters roll.
2 big shots. Puts it back to 4.
I wasn't much of a shooter, so whenever I hit the iron, you didn't have to worry about it going through the cylinder.
Yeah, it wasn't nothing but net. It was definitely not in. Well, Moody, he had the touch there, and those were 2 big ones like you mentioned.
Boy, we talked about how both teams really amped up their defense, but we're still just sitting at 2 to 1 fouls thus far. That's only the second foul on the Wildcats. On the other side, the Silverhawks has only committed 1 foul this half, or this quarter.
There's Griffin out to Gutnick. Pabin's on her. Good job by Gutnick to get the pass out and avoid the travel.
Yeah, she got tripped up, but still able to kick it out. Yep. That was a foul, but for the longest time, Millard West did a pretty good job flowing with the ball back and forth across from sideline to sideline, not allowing that penetration. Silverhawks finally did get it inside to draw that foul, but a lot of time got taken off the clock.
Be sure to stay tuned for our Player of the Game interview brought to you by Nebraska Orthopedic Center. They are your healing destination. Turnover forced by Millard West.
Rooney ends up with it and just kind of gets rid of it.
Also our post-game show. It will be brought to you by Custom Sports, as there's a big basket by Millard.
She was wide open, calling for it, got a little late. That's okay. She just kind of got herself away from the defensive pressure that was late to arrive, still able to go over the top, lay it in.
So 30-second timeout. We'll get another look here. There's the basket by Millard, and that was a big one because that makes it a 6-point game, 1:07 to go, and as I mentioned, the post-game show is coming up shortly, brought to you by Custom Sports, where they have screen-printed T-shirts and sublimated jerseys. They have what your team needs to look great. Check them out at CustomSportsCo.com.
Yeah, so whatever head coach Barrett has drawn up there for the Silverhawks, it's got to be in a hurry. It's got to be fast. You mentioned the last bucket there by Millard, gives them back that kind of a commanding lead with just over a minute to go.
They've hit 4 threes so far, most recently at one by Irons. Gutenek finds Irons again. Paben out on her, not wanting to allow her that shot. Irons lowers the shoulder, draws the foul.
Does get the foul.
It was close.
I'm going to say Rooney was just a half step late with the help. And I just love this strength on strength defense, the humility, you know, from both coaching staffs. Kruger saying, we know where you're going to go with the ball, and that's the Katie Irons. So we're going to put our best player, our best defender on her. We don't care if it's a mismatch or, you know, there's a height discrepancy there. We want best on best.
It's a big one for Irons. Gets them both, cuts it to 4.
See, and there's where Paben being, you know, the type of player, the versatility that she brings to the court. She can put it confidently with her left hand, put the ball down on the hardwood, drive across the lane, draw the foul. In quite a situation. I think Millard West wants to get it to Paven one more time for these free throws. Next foul. Oh, never mind.
Jump ball, it'll stay here.
Southwest got the steal they were looking for.
So close. And so there's the foul.
The Chero Minor with the crossover. Able to let a couple extra ticks run off the clock before she does draw the foul. And next foul is going to be bonus here.
Yep, for both teams. So there it is. The Chero will shoot. (42-38) the score on your Aurora Cooperative scoreboard. Go green with E15 and fill up at your nearest A stop today. 9 points now for Lechero.
Yeah, what a spark she's been.
2 very big free throws here, and she nails them both.
My goodness, and those are no doubters. Nothing but nylon. Impressive.
Gutenek gets all the way to the glass. Answers right back.
She has got a knack for being able to just continue that drive across half court. Gets lost in the defense. Quick timeout, Southwest.
We'll take one as well. 26.2 remaining. 4 points separating number 6 and number 4 here on NCN.
Alaska is the getaway you never knew you needed. With comfortable, premium lodging, eclectic shopping, and a variety of locally owned craft food and drink options, Kearney has something for everyone. By day, you'll find rich history, outdoor adventure, and some of America's most unique attractions. And by night, our many entertainment options, dazzling performances, and unique hangouts offer the perfect way to unwind. Visit Kearney. It's so much more than just in the middle.
For over 40 years, Claybaugh Pharmacy has been your trusted, family-owned, full-service pharmacy. We provide traditional medical options, medical equipment, immunizations, and over-the-counter products. We take pride in going above and beyond to improve the health of our community. And to ensure you have a seamless experience, manage your profile and refills with a touch of the finger from home. Claybaugh Pharmacy in downtown Beatrice, your hometown family-owned pharmacy.
All right, welcome back. Full court press here by the Silverhawks, needing a turnover. They're not going to get it, and Lechero, who hit 2, heads back to the line.
And Moody did a heck of a nice job looking off defenders and then delivering a solid pass to a wide open guard. And another free throw falls through for the Wildcats.
Well, Lucero misses it, but disaster for the Silverhawks. You trade 1 for 2 as you get the putback there by Whitney.
And Whitney had missed her last 2 lay-ins. True on that one.
So Irons gets the lay-in. And had Whitney not made that 2, it'd be a 3-point game, but it's not the way it bounced, and Silverhawks are in some trouble here, taking a timeout, down by 5. Full timeout taken, so we'll take one more quick timeout as well and get ready to wrap this one up. 7.6 remaining. Don't go anywhere. Symbolizes that it's showtime.
The Yellow Jackets are a throwback to Monday Night Football.
The 1970s, Keith Jackson, Howard Cosell.
That was the big broadcast in the country. Now we're the big broadcast in Nebraska.
When News Channel Nebraska is covering a game, we want you to know that we take it seriously. We want to dress sharp. We have pride in what we do.
And we're going to wear those yellow jackets to show people that we're a little old school, but we're also the important broadcast of the night.
You're proud of the community you live in. Taking care of the people in it isn't a job, it's an honor. At John Henry's, we take pride in being relied upon by the great people of Lincoln and the surrounding areas. A hard day's work means a happy customer, and making happy customers has been our goal all along. A team of expert plumbers, drain specialists, and HVAC professionals, dedicated to finding solutions for our customers. Because for us, a successful day ends with a handshake and a smile. John Henry's.
And welcome back. Because of the deficit, the Southwest Silverhawks aren't going to try to foul Millard West. Hangs on, gets an impressive road victory over number 4 Lincoln Southwest. Your final 47-42. Lincoln Southwest losing streak improves, or rather, turns into 3 rather. It grows to 3. Millard West gets the victory, and they improve to 14-4. 3-point shooting. Tough defense seen by both sides. Pabin with a team high and a game high 18. Southwest came charging back, but it wasn't quite enough. 47-42, your final, and a great matchup between 4 versus 6. Our post-game show is coming up next.
The postgame show is brought to you by Custom Sports. Check them out at CustomSportsCO.com.
Whether we're talking commercial or residential plumbing, Lamel Plumbing is the place you call. Lamel provides 24-hour emergency.
From the heart of Nebraska to across the state, RMV Construction is building more than just structures. We're building trust. RMV Construction has grown from humble beginnings to become a trusted name across central Nebraska and beyond. With unmatched craftsmanship, cutting-edge innovation, and an unwavering commitment to customer satisfaction, we deliver projects on time, on budget, and above expectations. Trusted, local, proven. RMV Construction in Kearney and Lincoln. Let's build your vision together.
Hey, it's me.
All right, we are courtside at Southwest Lincoln High School, where Millard West goes on the road. I'm joined now by head coach Kruger. How are you guys able to execute here? You guys went on a couple runs, and that was just enough, securing that 5-point win.
Yeah, it wasn't pretty, I'm not going to lie, but I really thought we came out of the locker room in the second half and fought. And we made a run really early there. And we had to play some zone because of foul trouble, and that helped us out a lot. But basically, it was just kind of an ugly, gritty win, so we'll take it.
Tell me a little bit more about the versatility of your defense, because when you slid into that zone, it did cause problems.
Yeah, and honestly, we haven't practiced it a ton, but they did a good job. We got out to shooters for the most part, and again, we kind of needed it with our foul trouble, so it kind of saved us today.
And you made mention of that run you went on coming out of the halftime. That was basically the difference, a 7-0 run. What led to that?
Well, we got a bucket right out of the gate. We just, one possession at a time, bucket and a stop, and there's not a magic formula, and we didn't shoot it very well at all today, but again, kind of a mental toughness grind-out win, like I said earlier. So,
well, what can you tell me about our player of the game, Miss Pabin? 18 points, and I don't know how you can say it, but kind of quiet 18 points.
Yeah, no, she's, she played all 32 minutes, and she shows up every night, and she's big on both ends of the floor for us, so it's no secret she's our best player, so she was really good again tonight.
Coach, thank you for your time. Congratulations. All right, let's bring in our player of the game, Miss Pavin. 18 points, doing it on both ends of the court. What does that mean to you to hear that from your coach? Where it's just like, yeah, she's our best player. That's what we kind of expect.
Well, I think it's like a team effort all the way around. You know, we had great energy tonight, so just keeping that up throughout the end of the season will be huge for us.
What were you seeing out on the court there tonight that allowed you guys to go on a couple of runs that provided the difference here tonight?
We just have to continue to keep moving on offense. That's a big thing for us right now, is just building our chemistry as a team and to continue to do that throughout the season.
And what was your guys' mindset coming out of the halftime break, going into the fourth quarter even, where you really need to dig in and show some toughness?
Yeah, I think just keeping our energy up on both sides of the floor, flying around, trying to get the loose balls, and just making the plays, honestly.
You guys made quite a few plays here tonight. Thank you for your time. Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
All righty, Brandon, let's send it back up to you in the booth to wrap this one up.
Thank you, Andy. Congratulations to Kylie Pabin. Again, 18 points. A whole lot on the defensive end as well, and classy by her, acknowledging that it was a team effort, and it certainly was. 47-42 the final victory here for Millard West. That player of the game interview brought to you by Nebraska Orthopedic Center, where they are your healing destination. So boys are out on the court. We'll wrap this girls broadcast up by going into our top plays of the game. Top 10 matchup on a Friday night. Lincoln Southwest, number 4, hosting the 6th-ranked Millard West Wildcats. They also just happen to be the 2-time defending Class A state champs. Southwest also trying to snap a 2-game skid. Early on, baskets extremely hard to come by. Great defense by the Silverhawks, stolen by Katie Irons, and up in a transition to lay in there for Guteneck, excuse me. That made it 6-6. We're now at the end of the first, and after it was tough to get baskets, we had a couple of threes. First one knocked down by the future Minnesota player, Kylie Pabin. Then Southwest hit one as well, so it was 9-9 heading into the second. And in the second, that's where Millard West separated themselves. Three-pointer knocked down by McKenna Rooney. Then you have Southwest on the other ends, Peyton Yoder with the basket going up against Pabin. But Millard West outscores Southwest 11-3 in the period to make it 31-23 at halftime. Now we head to the third quarter. Or 31-23 rather after 3. It was 20-20 after halftime, excuse me. So 27-20, though, it was the third quarter where Millard West separated themselves because they frustrated Southwest with defense. They opened it up on a 10-3 run. Katie Irons hit the 3, but it was zone defense mixed with man that caused problems. Offensively for Southwest, there's a triple knockdown by McKenna Rooney. So after outscoring Southwest 11-3 in the third, it's 31-23 heading to the fourth. Southwest had a run in them, though. Eleanor Griffin hits the triple. She had 5 points in the fourth, 11 in the game. Southwest would cut it to 2 right here. Katie Irons, a huge 3 from the top of the key. It was looking like the Silverhawks were going to be able to make a rally, but clutch free throws down the stretch. Knocked down by Grace Lachero, and a heads-up follow-up by London Whitney on that occasion sealed the deal and allowed Millard West to come into Lincoln and get the win. 47-42, your final. That will do it for our girls coverage, but as you can see, the boys are out on the court. Lincoln Southwest, the number 1 team in Class A, hosting Millard West, a team right around 500. So don't go anywhere. Girls game has now wrapped up. The pregame for our boys will be here in just a few minutes.